July 24, 2017 St. George is on the doorstep of some of Utah's most outstanding natural areas, from red rock canyons to lakes and beautiful soft sand beaches. Camping in the area is delightful, to say the least. Many of the prime locations for pitching a tent and setting up an RV are found in surrounding state parks or in BLM Bureau of Land Management areas, but if you are looking for a more urban experience, you'll also find RV parks right in St. George. While some places offer first-come, first-served sites, your best bet is to plan ahead and reserve a site if you know your travel dates. This is particularly true of state parks, which can usually be booked up to 16 weeks in advance, although some parks offer first-come, first-served sites. Most BLM campgrounds do not take reservations, apart from group sites. RV parks are best reserved well in advance. The best time for camping around St. George is in the spring and fall, when the temperatures are mild. November through February is cool, and overnight temperatures can reach below freezing. In July and August, daytime highs can soar to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or more. Just 20 minutes from St. George, Snow Canyon State Park is one of the most beautiful and interesting natural areas around the city, and a great place to position yourself if you're camping. For those interested in hiking, this park has some of the most spectacular hiking trails near St. George, with dunes, lava flows, red Navajo sandstone, and canyons. The park has only one campground, with 33 sites, but it is centrally located and well laid out. About 14 RV campsites offer electrical hookups, and an additional 17 sites are designated multi-use. Some of the campsites are constructed in pairs, with a common shelter, but have a dividing wall to maintain privacy. This campground is always busy, and you need to book well in advance if you want to be sure of securing a site. Sand Hollow State Park, with a huge stretch of coral sand beach and a mountain of dunes in behind, is a fun place to be on a warm day. People come here with their ATVs to race through the sand, and with the boats and water toys to enjoy a day on the lake, or with beach chairs and towels to lie out in the sun and swim. The park has 2 designated campgrounds, along with primitive sites spread out along the shoreline. The West Side Campground, closest to the entrance and the boat launch, is well equipped for tents and RVs, and offers hookups. Campsites are well spaced and have picnic tables with shelters, fire pits, and barbecues, as well as modern restrooms and showers. The campsite is picturesquely set in front of colorful mountains, but it's not quite high enough for views of the lake, and the campground is a good hike a short drive from the main beach. On the opposite side of the lake, Sandpit Campground is where campers with OHVs off-highway vehicles set up. It is extremely convenient for accessing the beach and offers beautiful views over the orange sand and across the lake to the mountains beyond. However, campsites are packed close together with little to no privacy, and the campground is not much more than a parking lot. Along the east and south shores, primitive campsites are available, and pit toilets and picnic tables are provided. Quail Creek State Park, close to Hurricane, offers a quaint waterside camping experience and is one of the less discovered campgrounds in the area. This is a small, quiet campground set on a slope overlooking the scenic Quail Creek Reservoir. The main attraction here is the lake. People come here to fish for trout, bass, and crappie, or to set up on the beach with the kayaks, stand-up paddleboards, and other watercraft. Nearby are mountain biking trails with fun, rolling terrain. This campground has 23 campsites and is open to tents and RVs, but does not have electrical hookups. Sites are well spaced, and each one has a lake view, along with a sheltered picnic table, fire pit, and barbecue. Bathrooms are modern with flush toilets. With the exception of one walk-up site, the campsites are all reservable and should be booked in advance if you want to secure a site. For privacy, red rock scenery, and a true taste of nature, it's hard to beat the Red Cliffs Campground, northeast of St. George and Hurricane, in Red Cliffs Recreation Area. This is a BLM Bureau of Land Management campground, well off the beaten path, and perfect for relaxing. Hiking and biking are popular activities, with trails leaving right from, or near, the campground. Campsites are set along Quail Creek, or against rock cliffs and boulders, and offer considerable privacy. With a natural water source and trees, the campground also attracts local wildlife, including squirrels, roadrunners, and a variety of other birds. Red Cliffs has 10 campsites, all of which are first come, first served, and accommodates tents and small RVs. The access road runs through a tunnel with a height clearance of 11 feet and 9 inches. Facilities consist of pit toilets and water taps spread around the campground. Near the entrance to the Red Cliffs Recreation Area Campground, the Koa Campground offers a great location for exploring some of the beautiful surroundings, including the hiking trails at Red Cliffs. Sites are relatively private and set among trees. The campground has a pool, which looks out over the hillside to the mountains beyond, giving the campground a bit of a resort feel. Also on site are showers, laundry facilities, mini-golf, and picnic areas. With a beautiful lakeside setting, this small campground with only a handful of primitive sites is one of the most scenic in the area. Although this park is just a little more than 30 minutes from St. George, it feels worlds away. The peaceful lake and shallow beach attract campers and day trippers who come here with water toys, air mattresses, stand-up paddleboards, kayaks, and boats. Campsites are in the low brush at the top of the beach, with views out over the lake and a mountain ridge in behind. Sites are first come, first served. In the heart of St. George, near many of the chain hotels, MacArthur's Temple View Resort and RV Park is a large complex with tightly packed sites. However, it has a pool and nice amenities, and everything you need is close by, including a good selection of restaurants within walking distance. The temple can be seen in the distance. A little farther out of downtown, east of Pioneer Park, is the popular St. George Campground, with large trees and a quaint vibe. About 30 minutes north of St. George, in the Baker Dam Recreation Area, this is a BLM Bureau of Land Management campground with primitive sites and basic facilities. The campground is set back from the waterfront but still within walking distance of the dam and reservoir. Sites are well spaced and set in a wooded area of small junipers and pine trees. All sites are first come, first served. If you are a self-contained unit interested in dry camping, there are some areas around St. George where you can head off into the desert and literally set up camp. Sites are defined and have fire pits, but they are scattered around and are few and far between. You can find out about these free sites and obtain maps at the BLM Bureau of Land Management Field Office in St. George. A few convenient sites can be found off Highway 7, just off BLM 1069, near the road to Little Black Mountain Petroglyphs. When the weather is bad, you are unable to secure a campsite, or you're just ready for a little luxury, plenty of accommodation options are available in St. George. You can still explore the parks and natural areas on day trips while enjoying the comfort of a hotel or resort. Luxury and mid-range hotels. The Inn at Entrada is a luxury resort about 10 minutes north of downtown St. George, near Snow Canyon State Park. The property offers a range of accommodation, from studios to 3-bedroom suites and casitas, as well as swimming pools and golfing packages. At the upper end of mid-range is the popular Inn on the Cliff, with beautiful views, a lovely outdoor pool and hot tub, large rooms with balconies, and an on-site restaurant. Some other good value hotels right in downtown St. George are the Best Western Plus Abbey Inn and the pet-friendly La Quinta Inn Suites. Budget hotels. A great budget choice is the recently remodeled Chalet Motel, with large rooms, many of which have full kitchens. Other good options include the pet-friendly St. George Inn Suites, which offers a complimentary breakfast, and the Comfort Inn St. George North, with an outdoor pool and free breakfast.